Hi friends, welcome and welcome back to my channel. My name is Ashley if this is your first time here, and if you are a returning subscriber, thank you for your continued support. We are just gonna get right into another weekly vlog. I just finished filming 2 videos for the day and I thought, you know what? I haven't done a vlog in a while. I am trying to get myself back into the swing of recording. What better time to start a video than now when I'm dressed, there is makeup on my face, my hair is done, and I don't look crazy. You're welcome. This video, I don't really know how long it's gonna last. Today is currently Saturday, March the 2nd, so there's a good chance we can just coast on throughout the week. I'm hoping that I get through 3 books this week. I feel like any vlog that I do within this month and next month is going to be drenched in like a Polycon talk because I am literally like a month and a half away from the Polycon convention. I am very excited. I have signed up to try to get a spot in the Bramble and Berkeley influencer events that are going on there. I would love to be a part of those. I'm really hoping, fingers crossed, that I get accepted in those events. And yeah, I'm just super excited and I'm happy to be back vlogging and talking about books. So I have to clean up all my filming mess and make sure my family is good and set and happy. And then I'm gonna find some quiet place to read this. And once I have got some reading done, I will come back and let you know what I'm thinking. Alrighty, I will see you all in my next update. It has been an entirely new day. I know I said when I had some updates that I would be back to give them, and yesterday just kind of went a totally different way than I had planned. I did start Belladonna last night. I only got maybe 30 pages in, but what I can tell you is that the prologue had me shook. Eyes popped, mouth, jaw dropped. I was like, what? I was not expecting that. Phenomenal start to a book. Very creepy, but phenomenal start. Death is a main character in this book, and what I have learned from past readings is that if Death is a main character, I am on board. I have high hopes for Belladonna. I do plan to hopefully read more of that tonight. Today, I did start listening to Not the Witch You Wed by April Asher, and I made it to 35% of that book because I was listening while I was cleaning, and I'm enjoying it. It's good. I think it's gonna be a nice little like rom-com-y feel. We meet the 2 main characters, and I will be honest with you, I don't know these people's names. I just know that one is a witch and one is a wolf shifter, and they used to be friends. Now they are, I'm not gonna say enemies, they just dislike each other, and circumstances that is going on in the paranormal world is going to be setting these 2 up in a fake dating scenario. So we have second chance romance, which I am not crazy about, and fake dating. As of right now, I do like what I have seen of both characters, and the narration of the audiobook is going really well. I'm not expecting this book to like knock my socks off, but I do think that it's going to be a good fun read. It's going to be an easy read to listen to. You know, the male main character, his name is Lincoln, I believe, and the female main character, her name is Violet. Okay, I know things. So you would have just saw B-roll footage of me writing. I am starting officially my 3rd draft. A couple of things that I have noticed is that, number one, I probably have not given myself enough time to get this third draft completed. I've been working for about 2 hours now, and I am maybe barely halfway through rewriting the first chapter. It's just taking a little more brain power, but I'm happy to be in like writing mode. I feel better with these notes, being able to like make the changes that I'm hoping to see. So that is the update that I have for right now. Like I said, I do plan on reading Belladonna a little bit later. So if I do have an update, I will be sure to give it, hopefully before I get in bed tonight. And yeah, until next time. Hi friends, it is a new day and it's been a hot little minute since we've had a car update. I did not have an update yesterday. Mondays are always crazy because you're getting back into the swing of things, but also I ended up having dinner with a girlfriend and I just kind of wasn't feeling good when I got home. Not much reading happened yesterday. I did get some writing done yesterday on my lunch break. One of the big things that I am doing in this redraft is cutting my chapters down. A lot of my chapters are being like split in two. So like right now I have 26 or 27 chapters, and most of them are, like I said, being split in half. So my chapters are gonna double, but I am trying my hardest not to double the page length, which I don't think that will happen. There are a few chapters that like I have to add in just to not really fix plot holes, but timeline holes. But anyways, I do have a reading update. Today, I focused on Not the Witch You Wed. Let me just say, I absolutely adored that book. It was so good. It was such a very cute, like, rom-com read. I just had a really good time with it. I enjoyed both characters. I enjoyed both POVs. The side characters and sisters and family and friends, like I enjoyed everybody. The plot was giving what it needed to give. There was spice, but it wasn't like overbearing. It was done very well or tastefully, and in my humble opinion. I really did like this, and I definitely intend to continue the series. I know my last update was like, I don't really know how I'm feeling about this, but overall I did really like it. I loved the sass and the banter and the flirting, and it was really, really cute rom-com. As of right now, I'm bouncing between a 4 and a 4.5. I got to go through like my rating checklist that I have for myself, but I'm feeling really good about it. And so yeah, I'm super happy about that. I have a couple of errands that I have to run before I get home, so I am going to start another audiobook, and it is book 2 to The Never King by Nikki St. Crow. I was very intrigued by the first book, and I'm curious on where the series will go. I'm hoping that it only gets better. I did really enjoy the first book, but I'm on the fence about, again, where this story could lead, and I'm excited to find out. So I am going to start that, and then yeah, when I have an update, hopefully I'll have an update tonight on Belladonna, and I don't know what this book is called, the second Never King book, but hopefully I'll have an update on that. I doubt it'll be much of anything because I'm not going to be out too long to listen to it, but I am excited to get to it. And yeah, so when I have an update, I will be sure to give that to you all, and I will talk to you all shortly.
Get that B-roll, shawty.
Mommy! This is my mommy.
It's the B-roll. Y'all know how we roll. Every time I see those whack MCs, they a disease, yo.
My name's Baylin. My name's Baylin.
B-Dog.
B-Dog.
Friends, it has been a full day since you and I have actually talked. The last clips you probably would have seen was B-roll of me getting some writing done last night and politely being interrupted by my family. So let's start with these reading updates because honestly, things have changed every single time I've talked about the books that I'm reading. So as you know, I finished Not the Witch You Wed on Tuesday. And on Tuesday, while I was out running errands, I also started The Dark Ones by Nikki St. Croix. It is book 2 in the Lost Boys series. The Dark One is, that series is a Peter Pan retelling. It is a series of novellas, and I'm almost finished with that book. I am at the 90% mark. I am kind of feeling like this may be the last book in that series that I read. I'm going to get to the end of it and see like if I predicted the ending. And if I do, that is probably going to be my sign to like exit stage left. This book has minimal plot, and that's fine. The girlies love that. Sometimes I'm one of those girlies, but I'm just not in the mood for like minimal plot and maximum smut. So on to the next book that I started in this vlog, and that is Belladonna. I am about 80 pages in, and I think the last update that I gave, I was saying how much I really liked the beginning of this book. I have a history with gothic thrillers that does not make me believe that I'm going to have too much more of a good time with this. I am going to give until the 50% mark, and I'm hoping that I am like locked in. When I'm reading it, for the most part, I'm invested, but when I put it down, I could care less about picking this book back up. And that is usually a sign that I am over it or need to DNF. And so I'm usually at this point like making myself get through it, but I do want to get to the 50% point. Yeah, I did also think this morning maybe I will see if my library has the audiobook and I can listen to that, since I am kind of moving through audiobooks fairly quickly. Lastly, in reading update world that I want to talk about, I did start Witches Get Stitches last night by Juliet Cross. I am very excited to read that one. That was probably one of my most anticipated reads of this month. And when I say started, I mean, I probably read the prologue and a chapter, maybe. Like, I didn't get very far in it. It follows Violet and Nico, a witch and a werewolf. I do know that. The witch I know is a seer, and I think the business that she's gonna open is a tattoo business where she like puts like incantations or spells on people through their tattoos to like help them, I think. So yes, I am excited to get started with that one. I plan to keep this vlog going until I finish my current reads. So that means I'm going to continue vlogging until I finish Belladonna and until I finish Witches Get Stitches, and that will be the last book of this vlog. I'm gonna try not to start anything else until I finish those two. And when it comes to writing, as I said earlier, you would have saw me at my desk getting some writing done yesterday. Right now, really just focusing on consistency and making sure I sit down for at least an hour or two a day and try to get some work done. Now that the weekend has come in, I'm hoping that I can get a little more writing in. What I will say about writing this time around is that, number one, I don't want to call it easier, but in my head, it feels easier because when I was thinking about rewrites, my brain was kind of like, oh my goodness, we're going to have to pull this story together again. But it is nice to have my draft 2 and my notes from my draft 2 there kind of guiding me as I walked through this next draft. And I personally already feel like it's a better story with how I've started, with how I'm telling the story. And I'm just very excited to get to the end of this draft because I really feel like I can do this and that I'm starting to see the light at the end of the tunnel, because I was really worried that, like, and I just want to say this and be very vulnerable in this moment, but when you're writing a book and you know, you are trying to read your draft and make your notes and not have to solely rely on somebody else giving you feedback. It's very nerve-wracking to, at least for me, because all I'm thinking is, am I actually making the story better or am I just shuffling words around? And from what I read and what I'm doing, I actually feel like I am making the story better in this next draft. And that is an amazing feeling. Friends, it is so wild how quickly things can change. I wanted to provide just a little bit of updates. Earlier today, I was talking about The Dark One by Nikki St. Croix and whether or not I was going to continue with that book series. I did end up finishing that book. And while I gave it a 3.5 stars, I have also decided that I'm going to read the next book. I've already went in and like placed my hold for when the copy becomes available through my library, and I plan to read it. The ending of book 2 left in a cliffhanger that I am very intrigued on where the story is actually going to go from here, and that is how she has been getting me. That's how she got me in the last one. That's definitely how she got me in this one, and so I will be continuing that series. The other update that I wanted to give is that my best friend and emotional support writing buddy, Whitney, read the first 2 chapters that I got finished in this new draft, and she sent me back her notes and feedback on it. And while it is very early in this process, her notes literally brought me to tears. Happy, joyful tears, because just to know that I'm heading in the right direction, to have that feeling validated, it just was a huge confident boost. And so I'm feeling really good. So I'm trying to take that good energy and apply it to how I'm feeling and what I'm writing right now. And then lastly, I just wanted to make the announcement here. I will probably post something official like in our YouTube community, but I have created my broadcast channel on Instagram, and that is where I will be kind of like real time posting writing updates weekly, daily, as I feel. And that's where I will probably be talking more about my characters and my inspiration, and posting character art and character inspiration art and just different things like that, snippets of my work. And yeah, I am super excited, super nervous, but feel free. I will put the name of that broadcast channel here, and feel free to come and join and look at all the content that I plan to post there on the Instagrams. And I'm super excited, very nervous, but very excited. And that is the update I have for now. I'm going to get to writing because I'm on a very strict time frame right now. Yeah, so until I have another update, I will talk to you all later. Friends, it is a new day. I do not know the last time I did an update, but we are starting a new week. I've not really been feeling reading, which I kind of figured that this was gonna happen to me just because I had 2 really big reading months back to back with reading like 10 or 11 books in January and then do it again in February. And I just kind of figured, you know what, a reading slump might be on her way to visit your girl, and I'm hoping not. I think what I am going to try to do is focus on my Kindle reads. Things seems to go a bit faster, smoother in that realm of things. I will be 1000% honest, Belladonna is not holding my attention at all. It may just be a soft DNF because I think, you know, maybe I'm going through it right now just because of the reading months that I had previously. It may be time for me to not have a good reading month or something. I don't know. If I had to trade writing for reading for a month, I think I would be okay with that. Even with the Polycon around the corner, I have been like super loading my TBRs. Like, the fact that I've done as well as I have done with my TBRs is wild, honestly. I just needed to say that it's a new week and we're still in this vlog. I will be back with you all when I have something more of an update to give. I feel like hot garbage. I am leaving work for the day, and if I don't do this update now, I doubt it will happen tonight. Reading got done today while I was in the office, listening to an audiobook. I was really on the fence about finishing the Lost Boys series by Nikki St. Crow. I have now finished the third book in that series, Their Vicious Darling, and what do you know, I am going to read the fourth one and just finish this series out. And I will just say this, as a dark romance reader, this series definitely scratches the itch. It is so incredibly quick to read through. I will say I was not crazy about book 2, but book 3, I feel like I'm gonna rate it 4 stars. I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed where the plot went. I enjoyed that, like, Winnie, who is the female main character, is not some like withering flower. She has been very like strong and independent and like kind of take what I want type of girl from book 1, and we love to see it. And I have really enjoyed, you know, reading about her and her like wrapping these boys around her finger pretty much. So much so that I feel like I'm gonna buy merch. I am going to buy the Lost Boys merch to wear to a Polycon and, you know, be a darling, because I am invested in this story, and I think the last book is only 5 hours. So I'm thinking about starting another physical book and seeing if I can get into the physical book without any issues, and if that is the case, then I'm probably going to DNF Belladonna. So that is where I am with reading updates. I have not written anything since Saturday, but yeah, until my next update. It has been 2 or 3 days since my last reading update, and things have changed, okay? Let's just get right into it. First and foremost, I have officially DNF'd Belladonna. I don't think it was the book. I really think it was me and my lack of care for gothic thrillers. We've been through this spiel. I don't have to talk about it again, but I did, while I was reading Belladonna, or attempting to read Belladonna, I thought, let me just try to read another physical book. And I happened to pick up King of Battle and Blood, which is on my March TBR list. And as you can see, I've already hit 50% in this, and I've only been reading on it for 2 days. And I'll be honest with you, I'm having a grand old time in it. I am curious of when this book came out versus when From Blood and Ash came out, because there are similarities. But again, I'm enjoying this book. I am curious what the second half of this book will bring me. But right now, she's having a good time. And it made me feel better to know that I'm not slumping, that I just needed to DNF a book. So here's your sign to DNF that book that you are not enjoying or it's not holding your attention. I am still reading Witches Get Stitches. I've gotten to 30% in here. This has been a book that I've been reading like at night before bed, so I typically like fall asleep. My plan, well, let me give you the updates of Witches Get Stitches. Like I said, I am 30% in and I'm having a fantastic time. We just got a little more we got a little more reasoning for Nico and Violet to be in each other's orbit. We've gotten a threat of a big bad, and I don't know, I am enjoying that. They've all been written really well, and all the characters read so different, and yeah, it's a fun time. So my plan as of right now is to finish King of Blood and Battle, and then finish Witches Get Stitches, and then I will probably try to read The Serpent and the Wings of Night. I think that's what that book is called, by Carissa Broadbent. And if I don't pick up that one, I'll pick up Legends and Latte, which are two Kindle reads that I have that I need to get read for the month. And then that will also leave me with two more physical reads, I think, for the month that I had picked out, and that was Bewitched, maybe, and then there was another one, because I think I had 4 like physical reads for the month that I wanted to get through. But yeah, I think I'm gonna try to get through all my Kindle stuff and then pick up get through all my Kindle stuff next week, yeah, and then pick up a physical book the last week of the month. And yeah, just try to keep this TBR train rolling. I did get the library hold for Broken Bonds by Jay Bree, so we'll be starting that next week. I went ahead and got it. If I have time this weekend, I'll probably listen to it. It just depends on where I'm at in these 2 books. So yeah, and then I think that's all that I'm gonna give right now as far as a reading update. And then you should be getting a writing update tonight because it is Friday, and I plan to like write. So that is my update for now, and as soon as I have another one, I will be checking in. Friends, I wanted to hop on here and give a quick little update and probably wrap up this video. Just because it's been 2 weeks and I am ready to start another one. And yeah, we just need to get to the end of this. So updates. First and foremost, I did finally DNF Belladonna. I was not having a good time. I only made it to 30%, and I was just kind of sitting there just like, when am I gonna get like really invested in the story? And I am trying this year to, when I'm not having a good time with a book, or if I just don't care, either just DNF or soft DNF for another time. But honestly think that I'm going to sell this edition and not even worry about picking this up again, because I just need to accept the fact that gothic thrillers are not really my thing. I think that's just where we are here. And then next, I want to let you know that I did read and complete King of Battle and Blood in literally like 2 or 3 days, and I had a very good time with this. I did end up giving it 4.5 stars. Isolde and Adrian really captured my heart. I loved how this story was told. I will say that it is heavily influenced by From Blood and Ash. So if you have read that book, know that going into this. But personally, I do think that it was done in a different way. And I'm very excited to get into the next book and just seeing how the storyline continues. I really liked where it went. I liked how the story unfolded, and I'm very excited to continue this series. I know that the second one is out, and then the third one comes out next year. But since the author is going to be at a Polycon, I will probably allow myself to buy book 2 so that I can get to it as soon as possible. But for this being my first Scarlett St. Clair book, I absolutely cannot wait to get to the next one. Like, I'm very excited about that. I am still reading Witches Get Stitches, and I'm having a great time with that. I just hit, I believe, like 65% last night. So I anticipate finishing that within the next couple of days. I'm very curious of what the threat is actually going to be in the story. Like, we've had like flashes, or what is it, like forewarning of what the threat could be. So I'm curious if that's really what's going to play out. And yeah, I'm having a great time with that book. I literally had to make myself put it down last night because I knew I had to get up early this morning. But I read until like midnight, and I had a really good time with it. As far as writing goes, I did write yesterday, and I'm probably going to try to get some more writing done today. But yesterday I wrote a full chapter, and initially my book was going to be just one point of view. And as I was doing my reread of my last draft and making notes, I decided that there were chapters that I specifically wanted told from my male main character's point of view. And yesterday was the first chapter that I wrote in his point of view. And it just came so naturally. It just kind of flowed out of me, and I was really happy about that. So yeah, I'm so excited to be making progress in this draft, and hopefully by the end of this month I will be over the halfway point and just chugging along towards that deadline that I set for myself in April. And yeah, so I think, like I said, I'm gonna end this video here just because I know I was gonna try to wait until I finish my current reads, but I'm like, I finished another book, and I can always start another weekly vlog very soon. And so yeah, I want to get this video posted as soon as possible. But if you made it this far in the video, leave me a stack of books, because your girl was just going through some books. I think I finished 4 books in this vlog, 3 being audio and 1 being physical, and then halfway through ebook. But yes, leave me a book stack emoji. Make sure you subscribe if you're having a good time here on my channel. Like this video, give it a thumbs up, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye!